fighting with a definite sense of purpose, and he's not letting too many seconds go without trying something offensively.
Now, what a beautiful example of catching a guy on the switch. Ward just closed the gap when he went southpaw there and landed a big punch. And Virgil Hunter, his trainer, said just keep beating on this guy and break him down. And he is doing it. Straight right hand. Buchanan trying to get the jab in motion and trying to land a heavy shot. He has to. He's getting out punched. He's getting out boxed.
And very solid advice from Virgil Hunter, because he knows that his man Ward in the past has struggled a little bit when he's tried too hard for a knockout.
Steve, Ward looks like he's a weight class bigger than Buchanan. Ward on the right won the Olympic gold medal in Athens in '04. Promises that this year, well, he's lined up for a title shot perhaps based on rankings.
And winning that gold medal in '04, Nick, more impressive. He fought at 178 pounds. It was not his weight class. You can see as a pro, he's 168. I mean, it was really remarkable that he did what he did by fighting 10 pounds over his weight.
Buchanan reading, but not reacting. No counter punching coming from him.
And the reason there's nothing coming back, he doesn't know where the punches are coming from. Ward's really mixing it up well.
Yeah, Buchanan just little jabs, most of them short. Nothing on it, nothing to discourage Andre Ward. Fight falling into a definite pattern. It's all Andre Ward. More power, more speed, more skills.
We know Sugar Poo is tough, though, because in that Mendy fight, when he lost in our ShoBox super middleweight tournament, in the 10th round, Mendy had the fight won. The fighter coming forward was Sugar Poo. He is tough.
All right, gentlemen, break.
Well, we've seen he can take shots, and he's taken a lot of them. We're only 7 minutes in. Nice right hand from Ward. So he counters beautifully off that jab. Meaning Buchanan's got to do a little bit more off the jab. Keep punching. Well, he just can't solve Ward. He's going to start getting discouraged, Steve. He's been discouraged from the opening 10 seconds.
Yeah, Ward really surprised us, and maybe he surprised Sugar Poo also by fighting as aggressively as he did from the very opening bell.
Well, I think it's great against a guy who would much rather be on the outside, who, as you said, doesn't have tons of power. Ward missing with a combination that whistles by.
Well, right now, Ward has to generate all the offense. Buchanan's not giving him much to work off of.
Well, another clear round for Andre Ward after 3.
Let go.
Let me tell you what you're doing wrong. What you're doing wrong, open it up. Open that up for me. What you doing?
Come here. Hit me with a good round.
Listen, let me tell you what you're doing. Now he's got so much confidence right now because he thinks that you didn't come to fight. You gave this man a lot of confidence. You want to take that back. You're going to have to go up in there and impose your will upon him and throw your own power. Put your hands up. Get up in there. When he jump in like that, let them hands go. You hear me?
Yeah. Still there, baby. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
Don't let him impose his will.
In the corner. Stay in the corner. Get back over there. Get back.
Easier said than done. We'll see. Steve, what kind of adjustments? Here's the southpaw. I had a feeling Ward would be coming out. Now it's another boatload of issues because, as you said, Buchanan's fought one southpaw and got into a ton of trouble against John Paul Mendy.
And Ward is going to fight as a southpaw much differently than Mendy did. Mendy is a very physical fighter, doesn't throw straight shots. Ward is technically superior to Mendy. So
I love Ward kind of from a southpaw. I love him as a southpaw. He was really effective against Esteban Camus, who was hard to miss in his last fight going southpaw.
Wow, lead straight left hand, nice.
Beautiful, beautiful. He is lining up Henry Buchanan. Buchanan trying to move away from that power left hand.
You know, Nick, tell me if I'm wrong here. Sometimes you can just analyze a fight based on attitude. I mean, Andre Ward is so self-assured. He thinks he's going to be a superstar. That remains to be seen, of course. ShoBox just doesn't convey that kind of self-confidence.
Well, he didn't to us yesterday. A lot, as we said, talking stuff, but not believing it. I just feel that he's a guy who feels I'm in over my head.
And it's showing. He's fighting that way.
I mean, it is a different class, let's face it. Buchanan, 35 amateur fights against the gold medalist, who's been moved carefully, as we said. Ward absolutely in a comfort zone. Again, he is a natural southpaw. That's how he got the stoppage from a southpaw stance in his return fight since knee surgery. And the knee's doesn't seem to be an issue tonight, huh?
No, not at all. He still wears a brace on the right knee. He had arthroscopic surgery a while back, but it's no problem at all. His first fight back, he looked fine with the knee, so it's not an issue anymore.
But Buchanan making it a little difficult. He's not that inviting a target. So Ward, Buchanan making it a little difficult. He's not that inviting a target. So Ward not looking that sharp from the southpaw stance. So I stand corrected.
Well, Buchanan's doing a good job of keeping his right hand up.
And continually moving. Ward flicking with the jab. He's looking to line him up for that left there. Buchanan simply holding on, but Ward says, I'm going to get rougher than you. So Ward physically stronger. He's faster. He's just outgunning, outfighting, outworking Henry Buchanan in black. Buchanan, the advice in the corner, hey, you got to impose your will, but how do you do it? No advice there. It's a skill set.
It's a skill set. He might want to try to change the tenor of this fight by maybe getting lower and trying to get inside. That's what most people try to do against Ward.
Right.
But instead of moving back, that's not working.
He's had success, Buchanan, with a left hook or a right hand. This has been all Andre Ward.
Good job. Go ahead. It's number 5 coming up. Okay, got time. Keep working. You're gonna go inside of 10. Keep staying steady. Keep switching up on it. Keep that jab working to the gut and keep working that body. He's just looking for one punch, so you stay alert. When you hit that body, you hit that body, okay? So even if he comes with something, it ain't nothing on him, okay? Get a little bit more technical this round on him. Taking deep breaths and working behind the deep breaths, behind the jab, and pump it. Get that body for me, okay, with that jab. Good job. Here.
Second time, one piece.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Stay back, Andre.
Virgil Hunter, you got nothing to be sorry about based on your fighter tonight.
Box.
He's done nothing wrong. But Steve, you can't even nitpick Andre Ward. Is he getting away with stuff because he's so clearly better than Buchanan? I mean, I don't see a lot of mistakes, do you?
Well, anytime you have to make the fight, you know, you're going to make a few mistakes, maybe lunge once in a while, punch from too far outside, whatever. That's happened a little bit with Ward, but you can't criticize him because he's making the fight. You know, if he wasn't making the fight, what would we be watching? Two statues. So
yeah,
give Ward credit for at least being aggressive.
One thing, Ward's never been past 8. He into the 8th round with Jerson Ravello on ShoBox last year. And Virgil Hunter, you said, you know, around 10, that's when you break him down. It's a 12-round fight. So they're looking for a stoppage against the guy who's never been stopped, clearly. But taking their time, absolutely dismantling and taking a fight in the heart out of Henry Buchanan early. Buchanan just a single loss, but he's overmatched here tonight. No firepower from him. He has no threatening power so far to dissuade Andre Ward from having it his way. Here comes Ward off the jab. Back conventionally from the orthodox, as you see. Left hand low, but almost inviting Buchanan in, and Buchanan elects to stay outside.
Two things you get out of Ward: you get focus and you get consistency. Those are not characteristics you see very often from fighters who are at his stage. Those are very mature assets to have. He's got both of them.
He looks strong, Steve. Buchanan just getting picked off at the pass before he ever gets into any kind of flow. Ward just sparring with him here. Double jab there, nice counter shot from Buchanan. He's got to take a little bit of a chance, which he's got to do. He's hopelessly behind. And if he's that tough, tested for chin, never been down, then he's got to really start getting into it and get some guts in this fight.
In 5 rounds, I don't recall one really significant punch Buchanan's landed. Not one.
That was about the hardest shot he tried. As we said, like a sparring session. Ward unloading when he wants, picking his shots, just shot selection here because nothing is coming back of significance. And Steve, you get the feeling now, end of 5, you want it to end sooner than later. It's such a mismatch. And, you know, Ward may start pressing.
Stop on the bell. Time!
ShoBox returns February 27th with a compelling doubleheader. The card opens with tough Giovanni Lorenzo against Dionisio Miranda in a middleweight title eliminator. Then, a cruiserweight title fight main event when rugged, relentless Tomas Adamek defends his newly won championship against undefeated Jonathan Banks. Join us in 3 weeks from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey for ShoBox, the new generation.
If you don't throw no headshot, make him not want to come in, but you gotta hit him with something. Jab, double up jab. Right hand when he turns to the left, man. Double up on your right hand. You have to throw punches to win the fight. Slim, they're not gonna give you nothing. Come on, guys. You gotta take it. Let your hands go when you're in inside.
To the 6th. Ward